Good evening, and welcome to the final week of the 2013 OHSAA regular football season. The teams are ready to let the good times roll, and both are in the hunt for the postseason. So tonight, from Lisa Hunt Field, on the campus of Northwest High School, Waycross Media and all its fine resources, are proud to bring this action to your homes and palatial estates. Hi, this is Jacob Williams, and I'll be bringing you a call along with my partner, Shaq Montgomery. Shaq, we had a good time doing the game last week where Harrison Wildcats came in here. It wasn't a good time for the Knights, but it was our first game together, and I thought you did a fantastic job. What do you got that you can reveal to us about tonight's action, Shaq?
I think that Northwest is going to come out trying to put points up on the board and beat the Owls at home. It's a rivalry game. So a rivalry game at home last home game before the playoff. There's nothing else to say.
Well, you know, at this point in the season, it's like every game now is like the playoffs, and adding to the rivalry, that only helps make it even that much better a contest. You know, talking to Coach R.V. Crouch before the game, had a few minutes to spend with him, and he says that the Fighting Owls are here to run the ball, play great defense, and cut down on penalties. He says we should do fine as long as we play at our level of ball. What about Northwest? What can you tell us about them, Shaq?
Well, Coach Amon said that he wanted to play football, play a clean game, have less penalties than he had last week, try to run the ball more often than putting the ball in the air.
Well, you know, as far as playing a clean game, I mean, he probably means figuratively, because we were down on that field, Shaq, and it looks like as the game progresses, it could get into a malfunction junction situation out there, a little slippery.
Old Bessie is not holding up today.
Old Bessie. Well, old Bessie, she, again, to whoever her handlers are, the guy's been doing the groundswork. He's done a great job. And considering all the rain that we got last night, the field is in decent shape, but it figures to get plotted down as we go along here tonight. Here come the Fighting Owls out on the field. Coming in here tonight, they beat, talking to Coach Crouch, they beat Harrison Wildcats when they played them. So that's the common opponent that I'm going to try to use. And just looking at some film of the Mount Healthy Owls, I can see where it looks like they can protect that football and come at you with multiple go-to gamers.
Yes, they have a couple guys that can actually run the ball down the field. So Mount Healthy's got a lot of weapons on offense.
Before we get too far, and before Kyle Kostoff steps off into this ball, I just want to tell everyone the officials for tonight's action. The referee is Mark with a C. Allen. Umpire, Chris Burns. Let's see, the head linesman is John Curry. The line judge is Walter Sparks. And the back judge is Kevin Larson. And we see that Northwest is setting up. The Owls are setting up to receive this kick. Got good weather, best weather you could have this time of year. And here we go. This game is underway. It's going to be fielded by the Owls out about their 28-yard line. He runs straight north, and he'll be taken down. Looks like number 11 on that takedown for the Knights, and that is Brandon Schoen. So Mount Healthy defense will be starting the game. This should be a game where it could go either way. It could be a defensive struggle, but if the field holds up, it could end up being a track meet. So let's see as the Owls set to put this ball in play with number 7 calling the shots, and he gets the snap on the shotgun. He fakes the give, and he's around right in. He breaks a tackle, and he runs through a tackle, and he's still moving past the 50-yard line, and he's going to be taken down finally by the Knights at the Knight 43-yard line. Penalty flag on the play. We'll have to see how they sort this out. So that's number 7, David Montgomery. That call is going to go against the Fighting Owls. See David Montgomery coming around there. Looks like he got, what, a block in the back on that. Nice run. Keyshawn Horton in there on the stop, along with Cortez McGinnis. So that'll bring it to a 1st and 25. And the ball's going to be on the 15-yard line of the Fighting Owls. Of course, with their high-speed offense, they could run right out of the shadow of their goal line in one play. Here's the snap again. Montgomery has it. He runs around to his left and breaks the tackle, makes good yardage up to near the 24-yard line of the Owls. Of course, this is senior night here for the Northwest Knights, honoring their seniors that have been giving them good few years of service. These seniors in this class have seen success that no probably other Knights team has seen. So here we go, 2nd down. Montgomery with the snap, he fakes the give, and he's around right in again, and he's breaking tackles, and he's near 1st down. It looks like he's gonna be maybe a yard short. Shane Baldwin on the stop, tripping him up. And Shane Baldwin, he's the junior. He'll be back next year for the Knights. Good input in the Knights defense. It'll be a 3rd and 1. And it's going to be, like I said, it's Mount Healthy, a lot of speed. Of course, the Knights have a lot of speed, but looking at them on film, I think Mount Healthy might have a few more players that could do more with the ball, but we'll have to see. There's the give on that handoff, and he's going to be stopped and fumbled. And that ball is picked up by the Northwest Knights. So we see here on the replay, there's that ball, number 6 in there, and he's fighting for yardage, and number 29, that's Daniels. He punches it out. Julian Daniels punches that ball right off from out of there. So the Knights now will go on offense in Mount Healthy territory. Looks like that ball will be spotted on the Mount Healthy 43-yard line here. 1st and 10. Corey Roberson, senior, comes in here leading offense on the field. Corey Roberson has just done a stellar job handling this Knight offense past few years. Since Darius Johnson in motion. Roberson's looking to throw. He's got a hook and ladder play. And looks like the Knights are gonna, fumble that hook and ladder, but fortunately for the Knights, number 25, Devon Jackson, is able to fall on that ball and maintain possession for the Knights, and that was number 18, Darius Hayes Caruth, on the catch and the pitch to Mr. Jackson. So the officials are getting together and having a summit meeting about the result of that play, and that should be, of course, I'm not official. It should be a good catch, and the ball should be spotted where they got it. Bring it up to 2nd and 3 for the Knights. Corey Roberson checks back into the huddle sometime. Okay, so Corey Roberson in the pistol. Willie Robertson back there with him. He throws to Robertson out in the left side, and he breaks through a tackle, and looks like he's going to be able to pick up the 1st down for the Knights on that play. So Corey Roberson back over the sideline, checking with Coach Mahan. Be a 1st down here for the Knights. Ball spotted on the 32-yard line of the Fighting Owls. Of course, Northwest, big offensive line anchored by Sterling Clark. The give inside to Darius Johnson. He runs straight north with it. Our defense corrals him in after a short gain. Oh, he's being led through that hole by Mr. Number 1, Willie Robertson. Nice block, leading him through that hole. Knights break the huddle. Corey Robertson. They got trips left. Got this man in motion. He's faking the give. Corey Robertson keeps this ball, and our defense is waiting for him. Very little gain on the play. Looks like this will bring us to a 3rd and 5. The Knights are rotating a couple offensive linemen in the game. .8:17 left to go in the first quarter. Kyle Kostoff on the sideline measuring his toe for what may possibly be an extra point or a field goal. Looks like the Owl defense jumped. Encroachment on Owl defense, so that should pick up another first down. It's going to be a little short. 3rd and 1, that'll make it. It gives the Northwest playbook more options though, and Corey Robertson, he's got the power backfield behind him. He's got number 51 leading the way. That's Maurice Chapman. And Willie Robertson gets the give and picks up the first down. You know, so this kid is senior night, and a lot of these seniors, for some, this will be among some of the last football they'll play in their careers. Of course, they'll have a game next week to play in the playoffs, but at some point, the next game they'll be playing will be the Turkey Bowl game at Grandma's house later on this month. So it looks like they're going to keep number 51, Maurice Chapman, in there in the diesel backfield. And timeout, Northwest. So the Knights want to call timeout here and make sure they get on the same page with what they want to work with in their playbook. They're down in the neck of the woods where they're almost in range, pretty much in range of Kyle Kostoff, but I'm sure they'd rather cross the goal line than shimmy through the goal post. So we have other games going on in town tonight. You know, we got Winton Woods over there playing Glen Estee, the Trojans. All these games have playoff implications. And here comes the Knights back on offense, led by number 71, Sterling Clark, 6'6", 312-pound senior. Also out there, number 55, Keontae Chambers, 6'2", 248-pound senior. Justin Bergquist, he's the center, junior center. He's been starting now. It's his second year, and he's always a good snap. This guy never misses on a snap. That pass is incomplete, thrown slightly behind him. Corey Robertson had guys in his face, so it looks like they turn it over on downs. And Mount Healthy Owls will come over here, take over on offense. On offensive line for Mount Healthy. Got some big boys on their offensive line too. Well, here comes Dave Montgomery. He gives it off to number 21, Elijah. Javier Pitts. I know why I want to call him Elijah Pitts. I'm giving away my age, but that's Javier Pitts for the Owls, number 21. Again, this guy, a lot of speed around there, and it's just like I say, between Dave Montgomery, Mr. Pitts, Tyree Elliott. They got three guys that could take good measure with that ball. So they're looking over at the sideline for the play. Looks like they're going to run this kind of fast-forward offense. Man in motion. Looks like we're going to go straight north with it on this, and defenders from Northwest are rising to the occasion, putting hats on them. You see going in there, and Dave Montgomery keeps it himself, and it's like number 2 was near the tackle. .6:32 left to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 3. So Tyree Elliott. Dave Montgomery looking over. Tyree Elliott kicks it in motion. David Montgomery keeps it, goes straight north with it, breaks a tackle there, and good yardage for a first down. Looks like penalty on the play. I guess there was no penalty on that play. What is that, a hot dog wrapper laying out there about the 30? Wet leave? I don't know. So here comes Dave Montgomery in the shotgun. He takes a snap. He's looking to throw it out. Bubble screen out there to the right. This guy's not going down, and a host of night hats are going to have to put the stop to him. After a while, I don't know why the officials just don't blow that whistle, but let's take a look at this, and you got to give a young man credit there. That's Elliot Tyree, and you know, number 19, ML3 grabs him. Keshawn Horton skips off him. Now Mr. Daniels takes a look, and he can't get him down, but so here come the Owls. 2nd down. Under center this time. They're rolling left. Tyree Elliott's got a blocker in front of him. Throw the block, number 6. Tyree Elliott busts in there. Runs right through that attempted tackle. Brandon Schoen on the tackle, and somehow he was able to skip right through Mr. Baldwin, David Baldwin, who's usually a sure tackler. Shane Baldwin. So we got Tyree Elliott wide right, along with number 1 over there with him wide right, Deshaun Williams. Here's a snap. Montgomery's got it. He runs straight up in there. Brought down by number 5, Keshawn Horton, and number 11, Brandon Schoen on the stop. Looks like right now the Knight defense playing this game with a little bit more pizzazz and gusto than they exhibited last week against the Wildcats. So we got snap. Here we go again. Dave Montgomery able to muscle his way in there. Close to first down yardage for the Owls. Here we see he makes that move and plants, and Darius Johnson on the tackle. But the Fighting Owls are moving this ball. So they're taking all these plays from the sideline signals that are given. Coach over there looks like a third base coach for the Boston Red Sox. So here's the give, and unfortunately for the Fighting Owls, number 6, Deshaun Jackson, he'll be stopped on that play short. He's tripped up, and then number 56 was also in on the stop. So what they're going to do, the Fighting Owls, they're going to set it up so the Knights can't substitute. Here's a snap to Dave Montgomery. He's going to be stopped. And number 1, Willie Robertson, shoots that gap. And nothing for him on that edge. Looks like they're saying a face mask. Okay, so they're going to march off 15 more downfield against the Knight defense here, where either way, here's a replay, and we see the face mask grab right there. You know, unfortunately, when the guy got through his block, his arms were flailing, and then his face mask was the first thing he connected with. Of course, the guy made the first down just the same. So here we go. Montgomery under center. In motion. Tyree Elliott, he's running left, and he's got room, and he's going to get to the edge, and looks like they're not going to signal a touchdown. Cortez McGinnis on the stop. Good job for the Knight defense to get Hats over there in time before he crossed that goal line. Tyree Elliott's carrying that ball kind of haphazard looking there. He better tighten that up before the game gets too far along. We see the flag in the end zone blowing across the field, so it's not going to matter kicking-wise that much. So the Fighting Owls push their way into the Knight end zone here. They score with 2:43 left to go in the first quarter. We see where the Fighting Owls on that quarterback sneak have taken and dented the scoreboard, and they lead by 6-0. See how this place kicker is going to do this for the Fighting Owls, because they're going to have a place kicker that's for real, because I know when Kyle Kostoff goes out there, he's going to have the real deal happening off his toe. So Tyree Elliott, he's looking over the sideline, and they're going to kick. No, they're going to fake, and there's Tyree Elliott, but they should beat him to the edge, and he's going to should be, well, another face mask fumble. I don't know what we got there. So that Knight defense stops that two-point conversion attempt. Shun Horton in there on the grab. And then he gets ML3 in there. Mr. Daniels helping out. A whole host of Knights on that stop. So with 2:43 left to go in the first quarter, Mount Healthy Fighting Owls 6 and the Northwest Knights 0. And some other seniors just want to mention for Knights, Tristan Snow. This is senior number 12. Colin Davis, number 22. 5'8", 177-pound wide receiver. Tyler Little, number 46, 5'11", 200-pounder. Justin Lackey, number 77, 5'11", 263. So it looks like the Fighting Owls got this thing set up for the kickoff. So here we go. This kick is high. It's going to let it hit and pick it up off the bounce. And looks like Baldwin gets out of bounds, but the Knights look like they're going to be flagged for a block in the back there. Shane Baldwin, he's gives the Knights a lot of good playing time when he's in there. Stalwart on defense. See Kyle Kostoff down there keeping his toe loose. Hopefully they'll get a chance to get him in the game at some point. So here comes the Knight offense taking the field. Looks like they got Sterling Clark lined up over on the left side now. Corey Roberson back there in the pistol, trips left, man in motion, gives to the man in motion, Hayes Carew, and he's gonna nose his way in there for about a 3-4 yard gain. Darius Hayes Carew, Jr., 5'11", 157. 2:10 left to go in the first quarter. Knights need to get this ball matriculated down the field. Looks like here come the Owls on a blitz, but it's picked up by the Knights well. He gets it out there in the left flat, but Fighting Owl defense able to recover and put the stop to that before it could get down the field and hurt him. Here we see Corey Roberson, cool customer that he is, you know. Gets that ball off to number 10, Darius Johnson. Change move. So the chain gang gets to step in. And the Knight offense, Corey Roberson back there, kicks man in motion, gives the ball, but that time, Darius Johnson is slammed to the turf by the Fighting Owl defense, who weren't buying in to that ball fake by Roberson. Either way, they would have had Roberson to the deck too, the way it looked there. So it's going to make it second down, 14 to go. Ball on the 21-yard line. Knights playing behind the sticks now. Looks like at some point, Corey Roberson is going to have to throw some of those deep passes that he was hooking up with last week to get these Fighting Owls more to think about, because they're keeping it stacked on him here in the middle. Flag on the play, they're going to whistle it dead. Going to go against the Knights. They're shooting itself in the foot here on this drive, going backwards. Make it 2nd and 19 here now. Clock's running. 41 seconds left to go. It's like they got time to get this play off. Knight defense, the Fighting Owl defense. Looks like they got front four here. Here they come. That ball is going to be out of bounds. That was the right idea to throw deep, but I think he should have thrown over the middle. I think he's got a little bit more accuracy throwing the ball over the middle, but that's just me. So I'm sure Coach Mahan knows what his talent can do better than I do. So that's going to bring it to third down. Knights got trips left over here, and Corey Roberson gets his snap. He's looking left, he throws that ball, but it's going to land in between two receivers. So it's like the Knights are going to have to punt, see who they're going to have kicking. Corey Roberson does some of the punting, and sometimes Kyle Kostoff does the punting. But they're going to need a real good kick here. What's this formation? Are they going for it? Okay. So Roberson is going to step back and make this punt. Tyree Elliott back to receive the punt at the 50-yard line, and he's calling for a fair catch, lets the ball hit. And that's touched up by the Knights at the 50-yard line. Cortez McGinnis. So 4.2 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Fighting Owls have a chance to run a play before we can get to the second quarter action here. Fighting Owl offensive line is Danny Johnson, number 51. D'Amico Jones, number 52. There's a give. This man's broke a few tackles. He's down the sideline. He straight arms this guy. But there's a flag on the play, and this is probably going to go back. Got a lot of disappointment out there over this play. But it's going to go back against the Fighting Owls. So that's the end of the first quarter of this game here. with the score, Mount Healthy Fighting Owls 6 and the Northwest Knights 0. So they're going to sort this penalty out and start marching it backwards. You know, it's too late for this game, but in the future, you got time to volunteer. There'll be still some games left in the playoffs. Any volunteers who want to come out that can lend and donate some time to help our talent, our young high school talent out, we could use your help. 825-2429, that's the number. Well, here comes Fighting Owls. Looking to the sideline for this play. David Montgomery in the shotgun. He gives inside. Number 6, Larry Davis. But Knight defense is having none of that. They say, Mr. Davis, you're going to have to wait. So here comes the Knights moving down some, jumping around and hustling up. I guess it looks like they're trying to stay warm. But once again, it's good weather. The field is holding up pretty good shape. We just have to see the Knights have a good possibility of hosting a game next week. Certainly they're going to have to come back and do something with this scoreboard to make sure of that. But for right now, if they host a game, there's a possibility it may have to be played at Coleraine. So once again, if you can help us on any of our future productions at Waycross Media, call 825-2429 or go on web at www.waycross.tv/volunteer. We could use your help. You know, you don't have to donate a kidney or blood. Just got to donate a few hours of your time. And so here comes Dave Montgomery, bubble screen out here to number 21, Javier Pitts, and he can't corral it in, so it's going to make this ball 3rd and 20. I see Corey Roberson in the game for the Knights. It's like Corey Roberson's in there playing some defense for the Knights. Oh, the Knights had to. Here's Dave Montgomery, gets a snap, and he's going to run into a host of Knight defenders. Very little or no gain on the play. It's going to make it 4th down and forever. 4th and 18 specifically. I see they had Corey Roberson actually in that on that down playing defense. I don't know. So looking back to receive this kick for the Knights, it looks like it's going to be number 10, Darius Johnson, standing on his 30-yard line. That kick is up and over in, and it's going to hit and go out of bounds near the 35-yard line of the Knights. And I don't know what that is laying on the field there, but it sure sometimes looks like a flag. (11-12) left to go in the first half here. You see number 17, Jeff Spears for the Northwest Knights on senior night. He's going to spend his senior night on crutches, unfortunately. But I'm sure he'll give it his all as a cheerleader for these guys. Okay, so here's Roberson back there, shotgun. Kicks his man in motion. Here comes timeout called by the Knights. Knights got one timeout left. Owls got all three of theirs. Coach Mahan over here got these guys in the huddle trying to figure out what their next move is going to be. You know, this game is starting to progress, and pretty soon there's going to be some urgency here. Get this ball across this goal line here. It's kind of what happened last week. They let the Wildcats get a little bit of a head start, and you know, I think whatever Coach Mahan may have told these guys from that game is those Wildcats did it to us. So tonight, if it looks like it's got fur on its face, smash it. And even though it's feathers, here we go to give. Devontae Jackson turns the corner and he gets up near first down as he's run out of bounds. And where they're going to measure, it looks like they'll give him a first down, and the chains move up the field. Devontae Jackson, 5'10", 179-pound junior. He'll be back next year. Well, here's Knights breaking his huddle. Corey Roberson back there. He kicks his man. Devontae Jackson in motion, fakes to give. Now he's looking to drop back, and he's going to take it himself, run right in. And he's got room to get down the street a little bit here. He gets run out of bounds, but not until he picks up another Knight first down. And no dirty laundry on the field at the conclusion of that effort. So now they're, into Mount Healthy territory at the 42-yard line. I was watching the Fighting Owls earlier. They played Anderson in the game, and their defense looked like everybody had each other's back and didn't give up big plays. But here we go. Robertson around left in after he ditches his bubble screen, and he's going to be near another first down for the Knights. So whatever was talked about in that sideline huddle there a few minutes ago, Coach Mahan must have got his point across, and we see the Knights matriculating the ball up the field. Nice straight arm, by the way, Willie Robertson. Always been a fan of the straight arm. I don't know, that's just a good play. It's still legal. So here we go. They got the blitz, the Owls blitz, and they bounce right off this guy's thigh pad, but he's able to, the Owls were able to corral him before he can get down the field, but he didn't make that first guy miss, he just made him bounce off, but good effort, good effort. So we got a situation now where with these big plays that the Knights offense are reeling off, you could see that Fighting Owls got things to think about. I don't want to say they're back on their heels, but they got more accountability now to consider. Corey Roberson throwing over the middle, and that ball's caught. Shane Baldwin in there on the catch, and he's over the middle with that. It's going to be a first down, and chains are moving again. Ball's going to be on the 15-yard line. Corey Roberson, again, a cool customer back there, knows what to do with the ball. I don't know what his mailbox is talking about with offers, but it's been fun watching this guy play over the years for the Knights. And I'm sure, hopefully, I'll see more action from him in the weeks to come if the Knights can play the kind of ball that they're capable of. So here's Willie Robertson back there with Corey Roberson. He kicks Devontae Jackson in motion and fakes to give to him and runs straight south Wooded in this case, and he's going to be able to pick up some yards, looks like about 4 yards, right into the heart of the Fighting Owl defense. Good block. Justin Berquist and a couple of guys just walled off that whole side and give him a nice alley to run through. Right, so ball looks like it's going to be On the foul, okay, the Fighting Owls trying a little trickery on D-line, and there's a give to call Mr. Robertson, but Willie Robertson, they're waiting for him that time. And he is stomped down to the ground. Yes, indeed. Nice defense by the Owls. I didn't get that guy's number. I wish I would have, because that deserved a definite note. But the Fighting Owl defense, these guys are stout up front, and they maintain their gaps, and a lot of times they're getting good penetration. That's the thing, that they're really getting penetration on. Oh, looks like the ball's caught. Touchdown for the Knights. Number 10, Darius Johnson. Reels that catch in. Corey Robertson stands back there, cools the cookie, and just throws that ball right over the defender of the Mount Healthy Owls. Looks like that was number 26, trying to defend on that play for the Owls. That was Robert Johnson. So now Kyle Kostoff out here to add to his school record total of points for the Knights here. And snap is kind of low, but he's putting it down, and he's up and good. And so, with 8:11 left to go in the half, the Northwest Knights take the lead, 7-6 over the Fighting Owls of Mount Healthy. We see number 71, Sterling Clark, just as happy as can be about this situation, and hopefully the Knights can maintain this momentum, because with 8:11 left to go in the half, somebody has time to dent the scoreboard some more. It's like both teams have settled down. No one's making mistakes, no fumbles. Well, I don't want to swear at either one of them and jinx them.
Here's a touchdown.
So here we see the touchdown again. Corey Robertson gets that pass. He looks all the way. That's where he wants to go. He hoisted up there, and the defender was beat. I mean, he looked like he was reaching to hail a cab, and the cab was behind him catching that pass. Next thing you know, so the Northwest Knights got their crowd back into this game. Hosted cheerleaders, looks like they got about 20 cheerleaders down there supporting them, and Kyle Kostoff steps off into this. It's caught about the 20-yard line by the Fighting Owls, and he's going straight north with it. Hosted tacklers have to take him down. Javier Pitts. And from what I understand, Javier Pitts, he's getting some looks from MAC conference schools. I don't know if Javier Pitts, he could be related to Elijah Pitts somehow from the old Green Bay Packers. So 8:03 left to go, and Fighting Now offense out here. Again, they got that kind of like sugar huddle thing where, I'm not gonna lie, the substitute, of course, they huddled there, but once they start this thing, they're not probably gonna huddle. It's gonna stand over the ball. What do we got going on here? Let's get this thing. So here they are over the ball. David Montgomery. He's got number 6, Larry Davis, behind him back there in the pistol. And he fakes the give to Davis. He darts outside and is able to pick up about 3 good yards on that play. And you see where it looks like it's going to get inside, or it's really starting to get where guys are stacked in the middle. I think the Knight defense probably anxious to get this ball back over to their offense so they can do something more with this. Pitch. Tyree Elliott makes the guy miss it. Now he's around right in, but he slips. Shane Baldwin is there to help him up for the Knights, but Unfortunately, that ball there is a casualty of the field situation because when he made that plant, he just slipped out there, and so that'll bring it to a 3rd and 33, a 3rd and 4. Got my partner, Shaq Montgomery, back in the booth. I think he had to go help some of these guys sort out their trick-or-treat candy. But he's back now. There's Elliott, straight north with it, and Knight defenders giving up that grudging first down, and there goes the chains, back up the street again. So Shaq, you know, we got you back in here, and I want to know what you think of this game so far.
When I was running the camera, I see a lot of nice plays going on offense and defense of both teams.
That's right. I see where it looks like the Fighting Owls, they don't want to let the Knights substitute on defense at that sugar huddle type of thing. And there's a fake on the give, and Montgomery runs around the tackle and through another tackle, and he's run right in, and he's going to outrun a few guys until Cortez McGinnis can put him down. It might be, you know, he had a blocker, looks like number 21, trying to get in there, Javier Pitts. But the officials say there's no flag on that. So
It is a flag.
Oh, there is a flag. Okay.
He threw it in a bounce.
Okay, so it looks like extracurriculars.
But good tackle. That's a good tackle by Cortez McGinnis. If he didn't tackle him there, he would have been gone.
Oh yeah, I mean he was the guy that here we see with Cortez McGinnis. Good hard-nosed ball play there. I mean, what do you expect him to do? So here the Fighting Owls break the huddle. And Dave Montgomery back there in the pistol. He's got number 6 with him, Larry Davis. Basic give, and he reverse to Tyree Elliott. He goes around left in and straight arms the guy and breaks another tackle, and he's going to be in there for a touchdown. Mount Healthy Fighting Owls once again jumping across that goal line. Go ahead, Shaq.
Tyree Elliott had some good blocks on the outside to get into the end zone right there.
See where
he kept his footing on this field.
Yeah, you can make, there's good footing, but that one plan he just had too much lean.
Yes.
And there's good and bad spots. Some of these spots aren't as bad as others. But actually, this field is in better shape than I pictured it was going to be when all that rain was jumping down from the sky last night. So that's Mount Healthy using their first timeout.
Northwest needed here is make sure that they can cover from not doing a fake punting. I mean, a fake field goal again.
Well, I don't think this game is going to be about a field goal in either case. This game here needs to be decided by crossing the goal line, not by going through the goalpost.
Yes.
Of course, we're getting close to halftime. Well, 6 minutes left to go before the half. Where Northwest Knights band is going to be out here with their halftime entertainment.
Got a competition tomorrow.
They got a competition tomorrow?
Yes.
So they're here, basically tuning up for their competition tomorrow. Didn't you say your little brother was in that band?
Yes, my little brother he plays the clarinet.
Oh, we got a fumble on this play here. This is that one spot where I got this pillar.
Yes, he fumbled. He tried to take it. He tried to get out the field goal formation, and then he got on the center. He fumbled the ball.
Okay, so yeah, you see that was on the quarterback because it was in his hands, but he just let it slip away.
He must have popcorn before the game.
Popcorn? So what you say, he knows Terrell Owens or something? Here we see on this TD our fine crew in the truck giving us another look at this. You know, reverse there, and Tyree Elliott gets the ball, and he's just galloping around there. Looks like that one guy could have been called for holding on that,
Yeah.
but I'm not an official and I don't play one on TV. But either way, the Knights have got 6 minutes to make some kind of response. Plenty of time. Maybe they could get a good good special teams play, a long return or something on this.
If you get a touchdown here, you up by 2 points.
That's what I'm saying. And if the Knights can score and get their extra point with Kyle Kostoff booming it through, and you know, at some point, and of course we talked to Coach Crouch before the game, and he mentioned something about his kicker.
His kicker is just also his quarterback.
So that ball's going to be picked up. Looks like number 2 for the Knights. Is that Cortez McGinn or is that Shane Baldwin?
That's Shane Baldwin.
Or is that? Okay, here we see on the return that Shane Baldwin gets these guys to miss, but then again, the footing gives out on them.
Yeah.
So this is better a field set up for north and south running. You know, if you got to make a cut, you need to make it away from the crowd. But you're in the middle of that crosstown traffic here. It's not going to work out with this footing.
And right there, he got tattooed too.
Oh yeah, he got hit. But that's Shane Baldwin. I'm already looking at him to next year. Of course, again, not saying this year's over, but I can see where next year he's going to be having plenty of hammer for the Knights on both sides of the ball if they choose. So 5:52 left to go in the half. Fighting Owls are playing this game very much like I thought they would, though. Defense is just, they play together as a unit. Here's Corey Roberson, makes a guy miss, straight arms a guy, but he fumbles that ball, but fortunately the Knights are on top of it. It looks like number 55 covers that for the Knights. Is that Keontae Chambers?
Good job. Mr. Chambers was right there to recover the ball.
This one time, it looks like, yeah, that helmet went right on the ball. That hat went right to that ball. Is that number 4? And that's Danielle Dennis. Good play, Mr. Dennis. He was a menace to the Knights on that. So here we go. Toss over here on the bubble screen, and Darius Johnson gets a couple yards, but can't bust it loose like he was really hoping to do.
He was tackled by number 51 from the Mahaffey Owls.
He's got Willie Robertson in front of him, and Willie Robertson picks the block, but the guy cuts in behind his block and makes a nice stop for the Owl defense. Okay, now Corey Robertson, he's 4:40 left to go, and this ball is only on the 16-yard line. They're going to have to get out of the shadow of their end zone. They're trying to draw them offside, but
Northwest took their last time out here.
Northwest last time out. But the last time Northwest went over the sideline off a timeout and huddle, they come up with a good couple, 3 plays from there. So we'll have to see what Coach Mahan tells them on this situation. Of course, like I said, you can hear the cheerleaders in the background, our sideline mics, and they're into this game. It'll be halftime soon, and Northwest band always give a good account of themselves over the years. And just want to mention that I can't give props to the whole band, but there is one band member who has a birthday today, and that person needs to get wishes, best birthday wishes from her mom and dad. That's the sax player, Gabby Thomas. And from what I understand, Gabby Thomas wants to see Bill Clinton come in someday, sit in and play some jazz saxophone at one of his halftime shows. But happy birthday wishes to Gabby Thomas on her 18th birthday. So here we go. Corey Roberson gets the snap and looks to his right, throws that ball, and it's caught. But unfortunately, he can't get away from the fighting out defender. That's Mr. Darius Hayes Caruth on his catch. We see Corey Roberson's got zip on that ball. But I can picture where he's not careful at some point, somebody could jump that.
He put it too high for Darius Johnson to catch it, so next wide receiver has to catch it.
Okay, so here's Roberson. He's going to keep this one. Goes in there, muscles his way around for about 2-3 yards. But you see the Fighting Owl defense, they maintain their gaps, and these guys are just strong, tough in there.
The man healthy Fighting Owls coming here talking about they not giving up no yards.
You know, in this, so we got a whistle. Trips to the left here for Corey Roberson. He's looking to his left. He throws over the middle, and Johnson's got that ball caught, and he's eluding everybody, and no one's going to catch him till he gets to the corner of 145th Street, 7th Avenue, and that's touchdown for the Northwest Knights on that play. That's indeed number 10, Darius Johnson, senior. That's a nice catch for him on senior day. That'll be remembered long and often around the fireplace. Yes, indeed. And he just outruns number 8. And Mr. Number 8 for the Fighting Owls, he looked like he just threw in the towel on that chase. And that's Elijah Cornish.
Now Northwest sidelines and student section is coming alive now.
That's right. As well they should, because Northwest, and that kick is up and good. So Northwest converts their extra point. And with 3:20 left to go in the half, find themselves leading the Fighting Owls 14 to 12. So here we see again Corey Roberson.
Mr. Roberson put the ball on a good point, whereas wide receiver had open field to turn up the field and take it to the end zone.
That's indeed, and he got behind everybody, and they were supposed to keep everything in front of them. But it's like I was saying earlier, I think that he had better accuracy throwing over the middle than throwing a deep sideline. And he's got a strong arm, I mean, no doubt. So here comes the 3:20 left to go. Here comes the Knights. Kyle Kostoff about to put this ball up there. Fighting Owls got time to answer this before the half. Corey Roberson on the sideline himself, imploring the crowd to hoop it up. That's Mr. Number 8 there. I don't know who they're going to replace him with next year, but he's got shoes to fill. That ball's picked up by the Fighting Owls. Looks like Pitts, and he's running north and south, and he makes a move around the guy, and they're going to have to catch up to him. It's going to have to be up to Kyle Kostoff to make the stop, and he's past everybody, and no one's going to catch him.
It's coming back. There's a penalty flag on the field.
Okay, flag on the field. Play like that is going to have to get called back. Clipping against the Fighting Owls. And the guy on the scoreboard's got, okay, so he moved it back down. So I didn't see that clip. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I mean, I was just watching the run. That was a really fascinating run there. He was just kind of running and threading his needle and weaving back and forth. And guys were just near his ankle. And by the time someone was ready to reach him, he steps away. But this is where the Knights have to be careful. In some of these games, they've given up big plays on kickoffs and special teams like that. And they're going to have to figure out a way to tighten that up. But to their credit, they are ahead in this game, defending their home castle here. Again, last week they let the Wildcats come in here and crash the party, but it doesn't look like they're going to let the Fighting Owls do it, even though the Fighting Owls beat the Wildcats as a common opponent. The Knights don't care, so here we see the kick. We'll try to pick up the clip. Look at these blocks. And
quarterback keep it himself and take it to the outside.
Okay, so Mount Healthy keeps that ball. David Montgomery stopped by Cortez McGinnis on the play. 2:49 left to go in the half, clock running.
To clear something up today, that Mr. Montgomery from Healthy is not related to me.
Oh, he's not related to you?
A lot of people are saying that he's related to me. He's not related to me.
But you don't know that.
I know my side of my family.
Okay, so Mr. Montgomery, no relation to Shaq, picks up first down for the Fighting Owls. So I'm sure he's down there disappointed to know that he's not related to you, Shaq. You know, you have him go out to Wilmington College, spend some time in the dorm meeting co-eds and can't talk about that. So here comes the Owls under center this time. And the pitch is to Tyree Elliott, and he's gonna be stopped in the backfield. Northwest defense is there. They've seen enough for this act, and Tyree Elliott busting it through their defense and going to the house.
They want to put Tyree Elliott with no yards today.
Well, that ain't about to happen now, but good account. He's at Cortez McGinnis, Brandon Schoen. It's like Willie Robertson plays both ways for the Knights. It's like he's got the bubble screen to Pitts over here, and he gets some blocking, and he gets down on the first down yardage here. 1:18 left to go in the half, and Knights going to have to tighten this thing up on defense.
If they really want to win this game, they're going to have to tighten it up on defense. You got 3 tries. You got 3 tries on the field to stop the Owls here. You cannot let them keep moving the ball down the field.
Whatever happens in this last minute 18 before the half could make the momentum for the rest of the game. So he gets around a couple would-be tacklers, and he's going through the hole, and that ball's loose, though. It looks like the Knights have this one. They're still struggling. We're getting a signal that the Knights come up with this ball.
I think the Northwest side.
See that David Montgomery breaks a couple tackles, but then when he gets out there, and again, he's been hanging the ball loose a little bit. And there it is.
You're going to have to tighten the ball up. You can't run with the ball hanging out on the side. You have to tighten it up, put it next to your chest.
The Archie Bell and the Drells tighten it up. So here comes the Knight offense out there.
Mr. Robertson is in the out there as a wide receiver.
Oh, Robertson is a wide receiver. Who we got at quarterback for the Knights? Is that Darius Johnson?
Yes.
And he it's going to be a flag on the play, and he busted around, makes a guy miss, and now we got a Mount Healthy Owl down in the Northwest backfield. He's been pulled his own helmet off, and he's rolling around in pain. And I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it has anything to do with why that flag is out. Another flag, someone saying unkind words to the ref. Mr. Sterling Clark, this is his senior here, and he's been kind of on emotion all night long, and we see now where I don't think he was asking the ref about his Thanksgiving recipes when he got that flag thrown out against him. Well, officials are going to have to sort this thing out, though. 1:03 left to go in the half. Again, I feel this last little time before the half is going to go a long way to determine the momentum for the second half of this game, because
they taking Mr. Clark out the game to talk to him on the sidelines. You got to calm down here and just play game. Yeah, we know this is your last home game. If you win this game, you host a playoff game.
Well, you know, like you said, this guy was no relation to you, Mr. David Montgomery. When I see number 71, that reminds me of back in the days as a colonel for Strong Vincent High School. That was my number 71, and a couple of times I lost my cool too, but I don't think I was quite as big as this guy. But to his credit, he's number 71.
And you can't talk to these refs any kind of way you want to.
Oh, no.
They'll draw flags on you.
Yeah, because, you know, these refs, you know, they got selective hearing if you get these conversations. course, later on you'll get to learn about selective hearing. You're too young to know about it now, Chef. I don't know. Maybe you ain't. You know about selective hearing?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
We might want to be quiet because the referees come out here throw a flag on us.
oh, yeah. Well, I'm a volunteer, and it's like it says, the opinions expressed are those of us, and I respect the game. And these refs give their time, and I've seen these refs' names before on games, and these refs are probably a couple of them up here in the playoffs. So here we go now. Clock's running, 54 seconds left to go in the half. Corey Roberson kicks this man in motion, and he gives the ball to him. And Darius Johnson runs around left end, picks up a couple. Clock's still running. Looks like the Knights are going to be content. Who's calling timeout? The Owls calling their timeout?
They don't have no timeouts.
The Owls. Okay, so the Owls calling this timeout, which makes it, second down?
Second down and long to go.
All right, and so the Owls must be somehow trying to angle for a plan where they could get this ball for a couple seconds.
And 28 yards to go.
So we'll have to see Mr. number 71. I want to see when he gets let back in this game. So he's wait around some more. You want to let him get back in while he's got this. Just don't, just throw a nice block out there for you when he's feeling all this emotion. Like you said last week, Coach said it's a game of emotion.
This is the backyard rivalry. Matt Healthy just right across the street from us.
That's right. But, I'm looking forward to really by the rosters, juniors and underclassmen on both these rosters, they're going to have this kind of competition probably for the next 2 or 3 years at least.
Yes.
And so some of these other teams out here on the map, I see they got Mr. Clark, number 71, back in the game, and they got him playing at right guard. I guess they got him next to Justin Smith for Justin Berquist. And here's Roberson fakes the give, and he makes a guy miss, and he lowers his shoulder and pushes that ball forward there.
Northwest Knights need to hurry up and just
penalty flag. And this penalty flag is going against.
Not healthy.
He all but ran number 27 over. Number 27 there, Terrence Jones.
So it was a personal foul.
Oh, so with so this ball is getting to where a guy like Corey Roberson with that kind of arm, he could throw the deep Hail Mary on you. Got 24.9 seconds left to go. He can get this ball in range for a Kyle Kostoff funeral attempt, but it looks like a funeral attempt, field goal attempt. But it looks like with 16 seconds left to go,
they need to hurry up and get to the line and snap the ball.
Something. They're coming in on Roberson, but he makes the guy miss. But unfortunately, the next guy doesn't, and that's number 6 for the Fighting Owls on that stop, Larry Davis. So at halftime, it's the Northwest Knights 14 and Mount Healthy Fighting Owls 12. And my partner Shaq and I'll be back for the second half of this game. Stay tuned. Go get your bowl of pasta.
Do you like what you see? Do you want to see more programs like this? Well, check out waycross.tv for this program and others like these.
The Ohio High School Athletic Association is about sports, that's obvious. But it's more than just a competition. What we're really about is learning. Young men and young women stretching themselves in pursuit of the ideals that will guide them for a lifetime. It is an important mission, and we share it with schools, families, and communities. As Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, I look forward to working with you to help our young people build their futures.
Hey.
Dad, what are you doing?
What am I?
A burrito?
No.
A larva?
A larva? No. I'm a joint.
Actually, you're a little too fat to be a joint.
So you know about joints?
There's no wrong way to talk to your kids about drugs, but you'll need to be ready. We can help. Visit our website at drugfree.org.
severely damage your body. They can cause tendons to tear and bones to stop growing, damage kidneys, destroy the liver, even cause heart attacks and strokes. Not to mention something else they can do to a guy's body. Find out more about the dangers of using steroids. Visit drugfree.org.
And welcome to the second half of tonight's game here at Lisa Hunt Stadium, here at the campus of Northwest High School, where we find the home team, Northwest Knights, in the lead by a 14-12 score over the visiting Mount Healthy Owls in this final regular season game of the 2013 schedule. And just to go over some stats for you, the first half of this game, rushing, Mount Healthy 24 for 187 yards, Northwest 17 for 49 yards. Passing, Mount Healthy 2 of 3 for 23 yards, Northwest 8 of 11 and 140 yards. Plays, the Owls ran the ball 27 plays for 210 yards, and the Knights had it for 28 plays for 189 yards. Fighting Owls had 2 fumbles and lost 2 fumbles. The Knights had 1 fumble and recovered their own. Penalties, Fighting Owls were 5 penalties for 69 yards, and the Knights had 6 penalties for 109 yards. Possession time here, pretty even. The Owls, 11 minutes, 22 seconds, and the Knights, 12 minutes and 38 seconds. Third down efficiency, they were both 2 of 4 on third down efficiency. So there you have the main general stats. Looks like the game is pretty much like it should be. Both teams playing the sound ball that they're both capable of, and neither one is backing down. We've got this basically score 14-12, and we're going to have to decide this one in the second half, where there's still more to come. And we see the Knights coming out to take the field to receive this kickoff for the second half from the Owls. I want to let you know, apologize, my partner Shaq Montgomery, we had to loan him out. Actually, I guess we have a shortage of volunteers, and once again, you people, we need to have volunteers to help us so we can help these children. You know, the children are our future. But meantime, here's the kick. It'll start the second half of this game. These balls drop, but he's able to pick it up, and plenty of Owls are putting the hammer to and make sure that that's where it stays. So the Knights are going to start the second half of this game on their own 36-yard line. We'll see here on the replay, scoop that ball up, but you know, the Fighting Owls right around that ball on special teams. So here we go with the Knight offense taking the field. Justin Berquist over the ball center. Looks like Sterling Clark's been moved inside to play right guard next to him. Corey Roberson. No, looks like they're gonna open the second half with Darius Johnson at quarterback. And he's running right up the middle and close to a first down, about a yard shy of first down, but it's a nice pickup. He fakes a give to Devontae Jackson and keeps it himself. And it's good that the Knights have a guy the caliber of Darius Johnson that can fill in every once in a while and give a different look other than Corey Roberson. So here we go. 2nd and 1 on this play. Of course, I don't know any scores from any other locations. Here's the give to Devontae Jackson. He used the guy in the backfield, and he picks up another first down for the Knights here. This ball is going to be in Mount Healthy territory at their 47-yard line. Here we see him with this ball, protecting it well, got it on the outside arm there. field again is in pretty good shape for this time of year. I hate to keep mentioning it, but anyone who knows the history of this field knows some of the shape it's been in this time of year. So here we go. Darius Johnson in the shotgun. It's like Corey Roberson is going to play wide receiver here, and we got a whistle, too much time. Oh, excuse me, timeouts. The Knights using a timeout early here. You know, some of these games are going to be rebroadcast tonight. This game will be on 979 Time Warner Cable and 850 Cincinnati Bell Fiber Optics at 12 a.m. midnight. Saturday, 6 p.m. and Friday, 11:30 a.m. Then it's going to also be broadcast Sunday at Channel 4 Time Warner Cable and 854 Cincinnati Bell Fiber Optics. It'll be on Sunday at 12 p.m. and Wednesday, the 6th of November at 2 p.m. Channel 24 Regional to be on Monday at 9 p.m. So this game will be on for all to see. If you can't get a chance to see it at one point, you can find a way somewhere else to fit it in your schedule. So here we go. Jackson in motion. There's fakes to Gibbs, and he throws deep, but overthrows Corey Roberson. I guess Corey Roberson won the audition. His talents at wide receiver. In case some of these universities are looking at him, which I'm sure they are, so they can see some of the other facets of his game. So the ball, again, on the fighting out 47-yard line. I don't know what these coaches said at halftime, but basically more the same, as they're both giving a good account of themselves. Devontae Jackson in motion, they have a little miscommunication and allows the fighting out defense to put the stop to that play for no gain. So again, I don't know the reason why Corey Roberson isn't in there at quarterback, because he is in the ball game with this score at 14-12. Looks like he's going to be lining up at quarterback here on this play and go back to Darius Johnson as the wideout. So here's Roberson looking to throw, throwing deep. He's got a receiver open, and it almost caught just by a hair. Of course, that ball, you know, it kind of fell a little short there where the defender had time to recover and make a good defensive play. But we see again, Roberson throwing that ball deep, somewhere over the middle, is a little more accurate there, and just missed Hayes Caruth on that connection. I'm sure that they may go to that play again before the clock reaches triple zeros. So Corey Roberson's back there. Change of formation. Looks like it's fourth down there. Mount Healthy calls timeout. It's going to be fourth down and 10 yards to go. So it looks like for now the night drive is stalled out, and hopefully they can get a good kick here. This is where you get a good kick and pin Owls deep, play defense, and you never know what could happen from there, because this 14-12 score doesn't figure to hold up. You see Northwest concession stand, it got lined up, a big crowd. I don't know if they're giving it away or what, but there's quite a few folks there looking to get fed. We didn't get any halftime scores. I don't know if JP, his computer, was able to pick up any scores, but we got a good game here for now. So Roberson back here, he gets a nice snap and he gets his kick. It's gonna be high, not much distance, a lot of hang time, and takes a Northwest bounce though. And Northwest there to down it as it lays up at the 23-yard line, where Fighting Owls will put this ball in play. You know, I'm wondering somewhere last week when we covered this game. We'll get back to that after this play. David Montgomery takes a snap, runs straight in there, get what he can. Looks like he's going to take it down by number 51 for the Knights on that play. Maurice Chapman, again, 5'10", 235-pound senior. 2nd and 7. Again, they're looking over to the sidelines, that sugar huddle type of deal, made famous by Jim Kelly. Flag on the play. Looks like the Owls false start, man in motion there. So that's going to push him back behind the sticks. And this is where now, 9 minutes left to go, 9 minutes, 1 second left to go. This is where on defense you can get a couple guys to step up and take matters into their own hand, get a short field, possibly even take it to the house. We'll have to see. 2nd and 12. Montgomery, bubble screen out there, left flat, and he makes this man miss, steps right out of that tackle, and right at the sticks out of bounds. We're going to have to wait and see. The way it looked there, if it's not a first down, it can't be short by much more. 3rd and 1, they're going to call it. So we're going to have to see what non-healthy comes up with. The way it looks, the way they've been playing it, my guess is David Montgomery is going to keep this ball himself. And he does. Follows that blocker in there. Follows number 6, Larry Davis. And, you know, he got, looks like enough for a first down. Well, officials calling for 1st and 10, they're calling it. Ball on the 33-yard line here. Got good crowd, good representation. All the stands on the home side are full. All the visiting stands are full. So I guess it's a standing room only crowd here tonight. Here's Tyree Elliott trying to get around left in, and he's got that ball loose again. And that ball is recovered by number 1 of the Knights, Willie Robertson, having a heck of a day playing both sides of the ball as a senior, 5'11", 216-pounder. He's really, of course, these guys, Willie Robertson, he's just patrolling these hash marks for the Knights, and hopefully he'll get a few more weeks opportunity to continue this. 14-12 score. It looks like these guys are settling down into just a defensive struggle here. So the Knight offense takes the field. Again, this Sterling Clark is playing real hard tonight. Now he's going to line up over here at left guard. So they're moving him up and down and around this line. Devontae Jackson running out there late in to check in, and he's in position. So here we go. Corey Roberson is going to run it himself. Quarterback hesitation play, but the Knight defenders, Owl defenders there, led by number 4, putting a stop to him, Danielle Dennis. Danielle Dennis has made a few plays for the Fighting Owls tonight. But the Knights have the ball on the 30-yard line, 2nd and 5. Robertson back there, the pistol with Roberson. That ball is batted down. Knight defender, Mount Healthy Owl defender busts in there. to bat that ball down. Looks like that's number 26 for him, Robert Johnson. Sophomore, 165-pound sophomore strong safety. So that's going to bring it to 3rd and 5. I mean, if the Knights can get some yards, I'm sure Kyle Kostoff's been wearing out his toe kicking into this net on the sideline. He wants to have a go at it. It's like there's a little confusion. Roberson with the throw, fade pattern, and that ball's caught by the Knight, and that's going to be a touchdown. Northwest Knights on the play there. You see where Corey Roberson gets this snap drop straight back, looks to his right, heaves that ball up there. His man, number 25, Devontae Jackson, gets that ball, and Mrs. Jackson, I'm sure, is not sorry about what happened there for the Knights on that play. So the Knights now have a 20-12 lead over the Fighting Owls, pending the outcome of this extra point attempt. And the snap is on, and the kick is down, and the kick is good. So that makes the score 21-12. Northwest Knights over the Fighting Owls with 7:21 left to go in the 3rd quarter. So the Knights huddling up, getting ready. Special teams is where they got to make sure, though, in their joy. Again, we see this play where number 4 for the Fighting Owls, they finally got the best of Danielle Dennis on that play. But this is where the Knights got to make sure they don't let the Fighting Owls come up with a big return on this. You know, they were fortunate, though, when that guy took that ball to the house late in the 1st half. There was a penalty on that play, bringing it back, but Fighting Owls, they can figure out a way to execute that play minus the yellow flag, and they could be right back in business. Well, here the Knights are spreading out. Kyle Kostoff runs up and steps into this ball, in over and kick. Looks like it's going to be Pitts with the ball, head straight north. Down the sideline, he makes a man miss, and he's cutting and cruising, picking up good yards across the 50-yard line there. By the time they blow the whistle, he's down to about the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Fighting Owls. Again, you get these guys a big return on that special teams. They're going to have to tighten this up. This is what happened to them in the playoffs last year in that game. So, Fighting Owls over the ball. 7:09 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Javier Pitts out there in the slot. He's got number 1, Deshaun Williams, no relation, spread far left. And Dave Montgomery, Pitts in motion, he gets the pitch. He's around right in, throw the block. He's able to run through a tackle and still on his feet. Good play, good hard-nosed hustle for number 21 for the Owls, Javier Pitts. Protecting that ball, pulling that ball in that outside arm tight against him. Nice block throw, jumps into that, and telling you, these guys, helmet right there. Brandon Schoen says, you might put your helmet into me, but it ain't going past me, buddy. So this is a kind of tight game. Here we go, Tyree Elliott in motion. Here comes Montgomery around left end, and he's going through a lot of Northwest defenders. Deep layers into their secondary, where he's pulled down by Cortez McGinnis and Brandon Schoen. Good blocking up front on the offensive line for the Owls. And number 74, Joseph Townsend, definitely throwing a respectable block to get him busted loose on that play. So this ball is going to be down on the 7-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 7.
Knight defense assisting, who's that off the field? Cortez McGinnis. Dave Montgomery back there with a pistol. He's going around right in and he's straight north now and into the heart of the defense. He's getting about, looks like 3-4 good yards on that play. Second and goal. Here we see good surge by the Fighting Owls. And the Knights are going to have to come up with some penetration. It looks like they're playing too much of a read and react down here at the goal line where they might as well just penetrate in through there. So here we have it, 5:51. Let's go in the third quarter. Montgomery back there. He's got a man in motion, but he'll take it in the end zone himself, scored a touchdown for the Fighting Owls of Mount Healthy. No laundry on the field. Now, these two teams are very, very similar as far as the capabilities, especially on the line. The big bodies, they're built very similar. They all got the skills to, lead this man through the hole. So, score right now, 5:40 is 21-18. And the Owls are looking to tack on this extra point, which they fake again. Here's Tyree Elliott. He's pitching, but that ball's lost, and it's not going to happen. Northwest Knights on that ball, they put the stop to that extra point or 2-point conversion try. So with 5:40 left to go in the third quarter, it's Mount Healthy on the short end of a 21-18 score. I don't know how these other games are making out, but I'm always wondering about my boys down the street, Winton Woods. I know currently right now they're having their senior night playing against Trojans. And from what I understand from Tony Suarez in the truck, he's got a satellite over the stadium down there at Winton Woods and says the score is 26-6 Winton Woods Warriors on top in that game. And again, thanks to the Winton Woods players who came here last week and helped us bring this game to you. Fine job done by them. Hopefully, they'll be busy for the next month or so if they have their way. So, ball falls off the tee. Dave Montgomery gonna have to go up there. Looks like he's wiping his hand like a pitcher stepping on the side of the mound, putting rosin on or something, and squishes the ball around here. And gonna set it down for placement, and he's about to step off into it here. Now this is where the Knights need to return the favor if they can by having a big kickoff return and shorten this field. Because the way it looks now, they need to shorten this field because their drives just keep stalling. Ball's caught, running east and west, and he's got to get north and south, and by the time he makes up his mind, Mount Healthy Owl defenders are all over it, so the Knights are going to put it in motion, looks like on their own 26-yard line. So from where he caught the ball, he actually lost yardage. So, we see a thing where it's from the Owls' perspective, it's too bad they couldn't make any of their extra points because this is supposed to be a 21-21 tie, but this could be the difference. And, you can't assume that they was going to make them, but at some point they're going to have to make a 2-point conversion or just get an extra touchdown. But here we go to give Devontae Jackson, and the Fighting Owl defense is waiting for him. They're playing that defense, like they employed when I saw them the first game of the season against the Anderson Redskins, where there's a hats there no matter where you go in between the tackles, and even trying to go outside, they got speed to match you out there too. Looking at Tyree Elliott now playing both ways for the Fighting Owl defense, covering Hayes Caruth. And he's looking for Hayes Caruth, and looks like, he's going to throw that ball to Mr. number 14. That's Devin Schnurr. 5'9", 151-pound sophomore there for the Knights, getting in some playing time. Looks like the Knights don't have Tristan Snow this evening. Hopefully they can get him back at some point. So here we go. 3rd down and 4. Roberson back there. Whistle. Looks like it's going to be against the Knights. The signal. Legal procedure against the Knights. 4:20 left to go in the 3rd quarter. So the Knights is going to have to get this ball snapped again, and you know they got 9 yards to go to get this 1st down, and somebody's going to have to get a good chunk of yardage. They really need to pick up this 1st down. Ball on their own 26-yard line. Here's Roberson getting a snap. He's looking to throw over the middle, and he's in and out of the hands of Shane Baldwin, number 6. Mr. Baldwin, he's beside himself, perplexed, because he knew he should have had that ball. You know, hit him right in the hands. You know, I guess he was possibly turning to look and see where he was going to go with his move. So the Knight punting team out on the field, it's like Kyle Kostoff is going to be doing honors on this punt. Tyree Elliott back to receive the kick for the Fighting Owls, standing on his own 43-yard line. And here's the snap. Kostoff end over end kick. If this ball hits the ground, it's trouble, but Elliott catches it, makes 2 men miss. Now he's around right in, and he's going to make some good yardage down to the 40-yard line of the Northwest Knights. Looks like we got a Fighting Owl down in pain over there, far side of the field. Now he gets up. It looks like that wasn't pain, that was frustration. Okay. Looks like that's, but again, Tyree Elliott there using his moves, run right out of that tackle. But for the Knights, that's Justin Berkowitz on the stop. Justin Berkowitz centered the ball and comes down there and makes the tackle. So here we go. David Murphy in this game. Again, this definitely manageable field distance with 3:38 left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Fighting Owls are definitely winning the field position battle in the 2nd half of this game. So we'll see what they come up with. Here's the throw over there, bubble screen to Pitts, and he's got around left end, and he's making mid-miss, and he's going to get this ball all the way down inside the 25-yard line, about the 23-yard line. And we see it pass again, nice spiral. Takes it to make sure he has it corralled before he makes his move. And unfortunately for the Knights, Willie Robertson can't put the glove and make the stop on him on that play. Well, here's where we see the Knights. I'm seeing Corey Robertson playing defense now. Looks like he's going to be one-on-one coverage out here. Man in motion, Pitts, and fakes to give, and here we go, right through the middle, and the guys just let him run straight to the hole. You know, like, what was that? I mean, Mr. Magoo could have run through that hole. But we see, you know, he fakes the give. Okay, we got this guy pulling. There it is. Yeah, that's the old counter trade type of play. The old Redskins, Hogs used to put on folks. So that's going to make the score. Fighting Owls now have the lead here. And we'll see what happens with this kick. If they're going to kick or what. With David Murphy. And they're going to kick this one, and it's up, but it doesn't look like it's any good, and it's not. So with 3:03 left to go in the 3rd quarter, we have the Fighting Owls on top now, 24-21 over the Northwest Knights. Again, that's one of the things, that short field. You keep giving these guys big yardage, and giving them a short field, and now we're seeing a thing where sportsmanship is in question, where we got Fighting Owls players standing at the sideline taunting fans of the Northwest Knights. And there's no place for that. I mean, you just scored a touchdown. You're in the lead. Why? So this is where, again, the Knights have been struggling with good field position on these kicks, and somebody is going to have to take and move this ball up the street for them. With 3:03 left to go in the third quarter, you've gotten a lot of momentum swing going over to the Fighting Owls now. So there's Hayes Caruth back to receive this kick. And, you know, the Fighting Owls, you know, they've been kind of unique with the way they've been approaching this game, and you never know. They might try onside kick here because the Knights on offense aren't really moving the ball, but here they kick it off. And Darius Johnson's got that ball picked up, but he's going to be snowed under by the Fighting Owls special teams. And I'm telling you, you can almost feel like a cold front coming through with the change momentum swinging over to the Fighting Owls, and it's going to have to be up to the Northwest Knights to see to it that they don't put the same kind of situation on that they felt a week ago here. All kind of. Now, the next thing, though, for the Fighting Owls is you got to watch the taunting penalties. Guys are starting to feel themselves, and I'm seeing a lot of that body language talk and so forth. You see, we got a Northwest Knight getting his, looks like his calf or hamstring stretched out on the sideline by the trainer. I don't have a number, but okay, so we got Jackson in motion, and he gets to give on here, but he's going to have to straight arm this guy, which he does. Flag on the play. It may end up being called a face mask against the offense, but we'll have to see. Face mask against the defense. So somewhere there's a face mask. Okay, so that's going to step off another 15 against the Owls. Let me see. There's really simultaneous face masks, if you will, but it got called against the Fighting Owls, which is that's 2:48 left to go in the third quarter, and Knights are going to have to use that play to be the impetus to get their motor rolling. Corey Roberson back there kicks Devontae Jackson motion, fakes the give, and he runs straight up into the hole, and now he runs around left in, but Fighting Owl defense is waiting for him. Looks like that was number 51 getting that calf/hamstring stretch on the sideline a minute ago. That's Maurice Chapman. But he looks like he's walking around like he should be all right now. Sure, he's eager to get back in there in game, make his impact felt. So here, the Knights break the huddle. And Corey Roberson looks like he's got Devontae Jackson out in the slot to the right. He's looking to throw deep, and he throws Darius Johnson with the catch. Looks like he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first down. Play on defense made by the Owls by number 8, Elijah Cornish, who is eager to make up for getting burned earlier. .122 left to go in the third quarter. Corey Roberson back there. Kicks his man in motion. Fakes the give, he runs straight north and south, but I'm telling you, he's gonna pick up that first down, but that play isn't yielding the results it had earlier in this game against the Owl defense. I mean, these teams between now, and Harrison, Northwest, the Fighting Owls, all three of these teams are going to be in the playoffs, and if there's going to be some good matchups in the playoffs this year. none that you can assume anything about or take anything for granted. Just good OHSAA 2013 football happening these days around here. We're in November now, and pretty soon, of course, we didn't get no cold weather. I'm glad the weather didn't turn cold for this game tonight. So they're going to measure for this first down. Looks like it should be, get the chain stretched out. Of course, I'm guessing this chain gang doesn't have a whole lot of experience going on the field, but it's going to be a good first down by a whole football plus. So Mr. Magoo could have told him that was a first down. But here we go. Their parents would tell them, if you don't know who Mr. Magoo is, ask somebody. So here we go. Corey Roberson, knowing the gravity of the situation is he can't waste too much time. He puts Kashawn Horton in motion and he gives him the ball, but there's the the Fighting Out defense there waiting. And that's number 2, Justin Lackey on the stop. Now, they're playing behind the sticks. Again, somehow these Northwest drives just seem to start stalling out. And that's just an indication they need one big play to get them well down the field. Ball goes through the 5-hole of Corey Roberson, but he's able to pick it up and still make a chance on a play. And he's gonna be able to get out of bounds before he gets a lick on him. And number 10 for the Knights took a big hit on that play, Darius Johnson, but it's a good thing that Corey Roberson gets out of bounds because, you know, they were closing fast on him. And back in the old days, that was a clothesline waiting to happen, but that was the old days. So, here we go now. 3rd and 10. Knights got to come up with something on this play. They might have to resort to some kind of trick play if they got one in their arsenal. Here's Roberson looking to throw deep over the middle, and that ball is caught for first down. Darius Johnson on that catch where the Knights pick up that long first down. Got the chain gang moving now. Well on their way. Looks like that ball is going to be marked on the Fighting Owl 26-yard line. And the third quarter is rapidly coming to an end where the next play that jumps off in this game will be the beginning of the end, or the beginning of the fourth quarter. So the Northwest Knights still having all kind of hustle, all kind of spirit, but they got to find a way to dent this scoreboard. I don't want to say the 4-letter word to our truck, but it could be an 8-letter word. Overtime with this score, because the way it looks, this Knight offense is having trouble getting this ball across the goal line, but they may be able to get it close enough for Kyle Kostoff to come out here and muscle one through the uprights to get this game tied up, but we'll have to see what transpires. So once again, as we start this fourth quarter, we remind our people, hopefully out there, viewers and listeners, to, if you have some time, could you help and volunteer? Let these young people see your support. Let them know that you're out there. Sure, you could have Easter egg hunt. Sure, you could have Halloween trick-or-treat, Christmas around the corner. But these guys need some help. They need your support just for a general day in and day out situation and circumstance. We've got a lot of professionals that lend their talent, surgeons, performing surgery on some of the injured players, this and that. Sure, but we could use your talent. You could be an accountant. You could be an insurance salesman. Whatever you got time. So let's get out here and support these kids. So here we go. First play of the fourth quarter. Corey Roberson back there. He's got the snap. He's looking, he pumps. He's throwing the ball, but it's going to be overthrown And Darius Hayes Caruth, that ball, he couldn't have caught that ball. He was just going to have to come back here and try it again. It's like this flag is starting to pick up some as we get later into this game. It wasn't moving much earlier on, but it's starting to show some swirl, if you will. It's getting the swirls on. Okay, so Roberson slips as he sets up. He gets it over here and right out of the hands of Devon Jackson, where the ball was kind of low. He had to kind of adjust his giddy up to bend over to get the catch. And unfortunately, and he would have had some place to go there. I see a shadow, but I see two, so he may have had a blocker. That ball could have been interesting if he'd held on. So we got 2nd and 10, the ball on the 26-yard line. Excuse me, 3rd and 10, the ball on the 26-yard line. Roberson back there, he's got trips right. Here comes the Owls on the blitz, and they're able to pick it up, and he throws it across the field, but throw it across his body there, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Kyle Kostoff, I don't think he can kick this one. So they might as well call this four down territory. See what they can come up with. But no, here comes Kyle Kostoff out on the field trying to tie this game up. This kick is going to be, the way that flag looks, 43-yard attempt, but it looks like it's going into a somewhat of a wind here, somewhat of a breeze, so he's going to have to put the turbo boost on this. There's the snap, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it's not going to make it, and it's going to be caught. So, not quite enough. And also, we're going to have to see what they can do on defense and try to hold these Owls. They're going to have to hold these Owls from another score. 11:43 left to go in the game. And they're going to have to not only hold them from scoring again, they're going to have to keep them pinned down here deep. Don't let these guys muscle their way out of this field position. Yeah, I thought that was, of course, I'm not the coach, but I thought that was a 4-down territory situation. Okay, so here we go. The pitch, Tyree Elliott, and he's running through tackles, and he's got a man blocking for him. He's going to outrun. No, defender catches up to him and knocks him out of bounds. That's Mr. Baldwin there for the night, Shane Baldwin for the Knights making that stop. But again, this gives the Fighting Owls momentum, wind in their sails. Now they're starting to feel it. Looks like we got a Fighting Owl down on the field. Looks like his way he's sitting, it looks like it may be his right, somewhere on his right leg, the way he's sitting there, but we'll have to see. But nice on the number 6 for the Northwest, for the Mount Healthy Owls. Larry Davis did a good job not to throw the kind of block that he would have got called for. So he just kind of stood in the way just enough, didn't throw the block, because there was no need for it at that point anyway. If it wasn't going to be a clean block, and now the Fighting Owls have this ball on the 32-yard line of the Knights. Lee Young out there in the slot. Pitch in motion. Murphy trying to muscle his way in there, but no gain, because Sean Horton making a stop for the Knight defense. And we see the Knight defense, it looks like, I don't know, it's like they're a little bit on their heels, a little bit tired, I'm not sure, but somebody's going to have to step up, make a play here. In this sugar huddle that, I didn't see him using this sugar huddle earlier in the season, but it seems to be working. Fakes to give, and he's going to be stopped. Looks like number 56 on the stop for the Knights on that play. Good stop. Ty McCowan. Penalty flag on the play here. Looks like a couple of Mount Healthy Owls exhibiting body language that it may be against the Knights, and it is, and they're marching it off against the Knights. Unsportsmanlike conduct now. This game has been a classic game so far. It hasn't been marred to this point by any really, not much of this kind of chippy stuff, but 10:23 left to go in this game. We don't want it to deteriorate into that. Timeout called by Northwest. Yeah, well, toward Northwest, they need, this defense needs to get kind of regrouped on this. I think they've been on the field a little bit. Of course, either team in this game like this, in a way, there's really no loser in this game the way the circumstances are, but you'd rather go into the playoffs knowing that you had that victory, and especially in the case of Northwest where, you know, you don't want to go into the playoffs losing your last 2 regular season games, similar to the outcome they had last season. But again, I compliment them to the utmost for the way they played their playoff game last season. But they need to change up a little bit, see if they can get the win. 24-21 score. You know, they're gonna have to figure out a way, and if you're Mount Healthy, you might as well keep the ball on the ground. Here comes Pitts, round right in, and he can't get through. Tackles made, nice stop on the play by the Knight defenders. So that'll bring it to 2nd and 7. So we see on the replay, Mr. Pitts going in there, but number 51 there for the Knights, Maurice Chapman, he got back from that calf and hamstring stretch, and he puts the stop on that move. Well, here we go, the Fighting Owls again in that sugar huddle look. David Murphy got the ball going north and south on his own, and he gets around left end, and he's going through for a touchdown. Touchdown, no flags on the field. And right now, it looks like they got the lead, 30-21. Of course, Mount Healthy was picked to win this game, I believe, in the Cincinnati Enquirer by the fans and both the experts. So here we go. Fighting Owls trying to make this point after touchdown that they'll need. And the kick is up, and this one looks to be good. So they convert this extra point. So score now with 9:36 left to go in the game is Mount Healthy Fighting Owls 31 and these Northwest Knights 21. Again, we see the crowd on, they're showing us the Mount Healthy side of the field. Their crowd is feeling good about things right now. You see Tyree in motion, and no need because Mr. Montgomery, he's going to keep it himself. And of course, number 2, Cortez McGinnis tried that, but he wasn't going to hold him back with that tackle. Of course, that was all he could get. We see Kyle Kostoff on the sideline, and it looks like he's exhibiting frustrated body language, but you know, he can't go in there and play defense. He can only kick the ball, so hopefully they'll give him, well, actually, this is out of his hands for now. They're gonna need somebody to step up. Again, I've been wondering out loud when the Northwest Knights are gonna come up with that big special teams play to get this ball matriculated down the field, because on offense, they just can't seem to get her done. This ball is kicked up, and it looks like it's not going to roll out of bounds. It lays up on the 15-yard line, and now he runs out of bounds. But that ball would have rolled out there like it had eyes on it. So here the Knights set up shop on their own 17-yard line. 9:34 left to go in the game. Corey Roberson back there in shotgun, looking to throw out to the right flat. He gets a hold of Hayes Caruth, and short yardage. Mount Healthy Isle defenders are all over that. It looks like they got the idea where they're going to try to keep everything in front of them. So if the Knights are to drive down this field, it's going to have to be just grudgingly so, bit by bit, piece by piece. But they need somebody to go deep over the middle here to get them set up with a quick score. With this 10-point game, they need 2 touchdowns. Flag on the play, pass incomplete. This ball's penalty is going to more than likely go against the Knights. No, it's going to go against the Mount Healthy Owls offside. So they give the Knights a chance to move the chains. First down. Again, this weather, can't believe it now, this late into the evening, and the weather's still holding up pretty good. But the scoreboard isn't doing what the Knights needed to do. So Corey Roberson back, he might as well throw deep. He's running for it. He gets it off here to Robertson, and he's got the ball. Willie Robertson jumps over a tackle, and he's going to pick up yardage near first down. So you see Corey Robertson looking to his right. He checks down from that, and now he's got a guy coming after him good and hard, but he's able to get this ball off to Willie Robertson, who makes the grab, runs straight upfield, and takes the leap, and Macy Sky miss. That's right, that's good play. They need more of those type of plays. Things are getting pretty quiet over here. Okay, so a holding call on Mount Healthy. Of course, that'll be a decline. Okay, so with the 10 yards on the holding call, that's going to make this a first down. So here we go, the ball on the 38-yard line of the Owls. Corey Roberson, it's going to be a flag on the play. He takes it north and south on his own, but the way this flag looks, it's going to be against the Knights. Legal shift, first and 15 now. This is not what the Knights had in mind on offense now, especially time clock running down, 8:16 left to go in this game. Again, I see Sterling Clark playing right guard now, but he's playing with much enthusiasm. He plays like he wants it bad tonight. There's Corey Roberson back there. Drops straight back. He's looking to throw this ball, and he's got nice try on that. Number 10, Darius Johnson lays out for that ball, but unfortunately, just a couple of fingertips too long for him. And Darius Johnson looks like he's got a slight hitch in his giddy up as he goes back toward the huddle. Is he going to take himself out of the game? The game's Again, like this is basically a playoff game for both teams. Roberson back. He's got pressure, but he steps into the pocket and gets it off. There's Johnson. Makes the catch on this one, and he's thrown down by the Mount Healthy Isles defender. That's number 4 again for the Mount Healthy Isles defending on that play, Danielle Dennis. See Roberson standing tall in that pocket and step right in there and throw that ball. And Darius Johnson goes out there and catches the ball at his highest point, takes it away from the defenders. Darius Johnson looks like he is winded. But he's going to stay in the game. Again, he looks like he's winded. Looks like he's got a slight hitch in his giddy up. But this is a play where it looks like he's probably going to kick Mr. Devontae Jackson into motion and give it to him running across. But I'm wrong, as usual. Corey Roberson, he's got people rushing him. This guy's got him by the hand. He gets the ball off, but that's going to be incomplete. No, they're calling Corey Roberson down. Flag on the play against the Northwest sideline. It looks like they were protesting the decision by the officials to throw that laundry or on the mark. Oh, that's going against Mount Healthy. Again, why would Mount Healthy want to do something and cause a penalty on themselves after a successful play? But we're down to 7:17 left to go in the game here. And this is where if you're Mount Healthy Fighting Owls, keep everything in front of you and keep your temper inside your helmet, and you should be able to work your way into victory here. But again, no matter what happens, win, lose, or draw, both teams got to get back on the pony and ride next week. We don't know where, we don't know who, but really it doesn't matter. Here's Roberson looking to throw. The ball's caught. Number 14 makes the grab, and he's going to be near first down yardage. Devin Schnurr. Looks like that ball is going to be marked at the 35-yard line of the Owls. Looks like Schnurr is going to come out of the game. So 6:50 left to go. Looks like the Howell defense, everybody's playing deep. No one wanting to let anything get behind them. Here's Roberson looking to throw. He gets his ball off. Hook and ladder play. Here's Devontae Jackson, makes the guy miss. And he's able to be dragged down by number 3 finally. That's Delton Wilkinson on the stop for the Knights, but that's the trickery that the Knights had to come up with, because just about everything else, the Owl defenders are playing like they know what's coming. So they're on the 8-yard line, first and goal. With Corey Roberson. He gives inside, and the ball's fumbled at the goal line, and that ball's picked up by the Mount Healthy Fighting Owls to snuff out that drive. So 6:10 now left to go in the game. Mount Healthy Fighting Owls recover that fumble and put the kibosh to all that. And now we see frustration being exhibited by the Northwest faithful. Some of them are leaving the building. I guess they want to go home and get an early start on opening that trick-or-treat candy. Unfortunately, the Fighting Owls come in here tonight with a trick against the Northwest Knights, and here they go. If the Knights are trying to, looks like the Knights know they got to try to strip this ball, and the Owls know that they just got to keep the clock running. But they need to get out of the shadowless end zone, get this guy room to kick if they can't get the first down. But you could see the frustration apparent between the Knight faithful and the players. But that doesn't mean that somebody can't step up and make a play here. I mean, that ball game I was watching last night, a similar situation like this happened, and the defense in that situation stepped up and made a play. So Mount Healthy calling a timeout. They got one left. But more and more we see Northwest Knight fans leaving the building. $31 to 21, and well, it looks to me that Fighting Owls know, they can sense that they got this game as long, again, as like Coach said before the game, play the ball that they're capable of playing. They should come out with the W here at this point. You don't want to, if you're the Fighting Owls, you don't want to give Northwest anything to think they're going to get back in this game. He's under center and quarterback sneak, and he's muscling through. You can see people trying to drag it out of his arms. Brandon Schoen in there trying to get the grab, but the Owls maintain possession. It's going to bring it to 3rd and 8 on this play. I know you don't want to stop the clock, but in a way, Fighting Owls may have to try to throw this ball, get someone to shake and bake and make a guy miss, see if they can pick up a first down here, because this guy on the Fighting Owls, their kicker, their punter, I don't think he wants to be in this position trying to punt this ball. So here we go. Fork in the road, or stick a fork in them for both teams. Whistle blown, and they were looking to throw that ball on that play. Clock running now, 4:36. The clock stopped now with 4:36 to go. Offsides, Mount Healthy. Oh, excuse me, false start, I'm told by our experts in the truck. I guess I'm Mr. Magoo in some of these official signs up here tonight. Okay, so again, fans are revving up the beat. Here's Mount Healthy. He's back looking to throw the ball. He's rolling to his right. He's got this pass off, but unfortunately it's going to be well short of the intended receiver, bringing it to a 4th and 9. And this is where, with 4:20 left to go in the game, it's up to the Northwest defenders to come up with the stop on this punt. Either way, they're going to have good field position, but they need to stop this punt down here where it is at. This punt, you know, if you're Northwest, you don't want this punt to cross the 5-yard line if you can help it. So this is a point in the game that we've come to where it's all on the line here. If you're Northwest, we got Johnson back, and here's the kick. It's up, and it's a good kick. Johnson able to make the catch, but he's going to be corralled down at the 46-yard line of the Fighting Owls. So they got 4:10 to get a couple touchdowns. You know, to the Knights' credit, they see that they're still in this game. I mean, there's no quitting these guys, and rightly so. Because, again, you're playing a playoff game tonight, actually. And, see what they come up with here. Corey Roberson back there. I wonder if they're going to try. No, that's not Corey Roberson back there. That's Darius Johnson, and he's throwing to Corey Roberson. And there's ought to be a flag. That's right. Corey Roberson gets tripped up by the defender on that play. And so the Knights are going to have at much better field position. They're calling holding. Okay, well, it looked like he tripped him. But either way, it suffices for the Knights that it's going to give them better field position and somewhat of a chance to feel like they still got a possibility of doing something here with 4:05 left to go in the game. Here we go, Roberson back there. Here come the Owls blitzing, but it's picked up well by the Knight offensive line. He's throwing his ball. He's got a receiver. Nice catch. Nice catch by Mr. Johnson. Darius Johnson catches that ball, goes out of bounds with it. Ball's at the 15-yard line of the Fighting Owls. For a 1st and 15. 3:57 left to go. And then hopefully the Knights don't shoot themselves in the foot before they can cross this goal line in this situation. Here they come after him again. He's throwing this ball up, but miscommunication with Darius Johnson. You know, he went across the middle and he was supposed to keep going deep. Evidently, Corey Roberson thought, but at least it wasn't picked off and they lived to play another down here. Here we go. 2nd and 10 on 15 from the 15-yard line. Corey Roberson back here. I'm sure the Owls, here they come after him again. And he's throwing this ball off to the left flat, and that ball is incomplete. Somewhat of a jump ball there, and Johnson there, Darius Johnson again, he keeps exhibiting that little hitch in his giddy up. Of course, I guess they need him. Yeah, good play by the defender, number 4. Yes, sir, that defender, that's number 4 there, Danielle Dennis, and he was definitely a menace against the Knights on that play. 3rd and 10. Here's Corey Roberson running straight through the middle, north to south, making guys missing. He's down there on the 5-yard line, looks like. Well, that should be close to a 1st down. They're going to call for a measurement. They're going to bring the chains in to see. 3:31 left to go here. Oh, they're going to call it a 1st down. Okay, so 1st and goal. This is where now you're the Knights. If you can find a way to get this ball in there fast, still got possibilities. But this is where you need to try to run this thing, because this, on a short field like this, the advantage is for the defense because there's less to defend. That's right, run this thing in there. Nice play. Corey Roberson sticks his shoulder in there at the goal line, but they're not calling it a touchdown. Looks like we got Mount Healthy Fighting Owl defender writhing in pain. That looks like Justin Lackey. And wow, what a hit. Corey Roberson, man, he showed that he really wanted it bad on that play. It looks like we got the man down that he hit at the goal line. Oh, that's Corey Roberson kind of seeing a little star. Here we see again, Corey Roberson. Boom, nice hit, man. Who was that guy? We see one of the guys was Mr. Pitts, Javier Pitts, but well, this is an injury timeout situation. Meanwhile, Coach Mahon has his offense over here, talking to him, telling him what they're going to come up with when they put this ball back in play and wind this clock. But I think I totally agree with the idea of that being a running play. There's no need to try to throw this ball up, get it picked off. Providing they score on this, they'll have to throw it in the next drive, and hopefully they Again, they're going to have to execute an onside kick. So we're going to have to get this injury situation sorted out. Once again, that looks like number 2 that's down, Justin Lackey. I didn't see, looks like he kind of got run by in the backfield when Roberson took off with the ball. As I remember, he kind of reached out for him and Roberson kind of just ran through his arms there, but here we go again on this. And okay, yeah. And that's number 10 that Corey Roberson put a good whack in. Elliot Tyree, that's who Corey Roberson lowered his shoulder on, but Tyree is up, but Lackey is down. Whatever happened to Lackey, he must have, you know, stretched himself maybe on when he slipped, or else he caught a block after he slipped too. But you know, he's gonna be getting up slowly, and here he is. The young man is up, going off the field under his own steam, and so this ball looks like it's going to be marked on the 1-yard line. Now comes Northwest offense on the field, and they got number 51 in there for their diesel backfield there. That's number 51, Maurice Chapman. Roberson under center. He sneaks, and no sign yet from the officials, and that ball, touchdown. So the Knights convert on that one. They got 27 points now. Let me see, 2:45 left to go in this game. They might as well try for a 2-point conversion here. That's just me. To convert a 2-point conversion here, then you can win this game with a field goal and don't have to score a touchdown. With the extra point, you got the possibility of the OT word. And that kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 2:45 left to go in the game here at Northwest, we find the Mount Healthy Owls on the top side of a 31-28 score over the Northwest Knights. So here we go. Conclusion of this game, winding down. This is what we play OHSAA high school football for every year. People come in, volunteer, supporting the players, coaches, student body. You know, there's nothing like high school football. I mean, you got all these other guys getting paid good money, people flying down to Mississippi on airplanes asking them if they want to play every year. This and that guy holding the shotgun to somebody getting in trouble. But these guys here, they're the future right here, right now. And once again, I'm proud and glad to see the Northwest Knights playing playoff football. The kind of football that Bobby Knight would be proud of. So here we go. I'm guessing this is going to be an onside kick. Got a lot of hands players up here on the front line for the Fighting Owls. We'll see how Kyle Kostoff, he's used to putting the big hammer toe on these, but we're going to see what he comes up with now on a. Well, Northwest called timeout. Well, they give away, of course, it wasn't going to be much surprise element anyway, but that's right, that's their last time out. I mean, they saw what they're going to do, but they figured that was going to happen anyway. But that kick didn't look like it was going to get the job done as far as Northwest recovering that onside kick anyway. So to the faithful that have stayed, they are being treated to one hulk of a game here tonight. And either way, like I said, it doesn't matter. There's really no loser in this game as long as they can get back on the pony and ride next week. Here's a kick again. It's going to get through the first line, but Fighting Owls picked that one up. Looks like number 17 picking that ball up for the Fighting Owls, Timothy Wise. No pun intended. It's like number 2 for the Knights coming off the field under bad hitch in his giddy up. Has to be supported by a couple of his teammates there. This looks like he's going to be down before he gets to the sideline. That's number 2 there for the Knights, Cortez McGinnis, and they're going to need him next week. So hopefully whatever that is something that can be shaken off. Yeah, that's Cortez McGinnis now. Looks like he tried to make a valiant effort to get to the sideline there, and he had help from 2 of his teammates, but whatever the situation is, he did right to go down and let the trainers come look at him. It's in his leg, whatever it is, the problem seems to be in one of his legs. And it didn't look like a cramp, but we'll have to see. Coach Mahan gives him a pat on the back for encouragement. Now he goes and addresses his huddle. Tell these guys we're the Northwest Knights and this is our home field. We'd like to be playing at our home field next week if you guys can find a way to pull this one out of the fire. It looks like the Fighting Owls here have had their head on a swivel tonight, and pretty much in the second half, they've had their way with the Knights. You know, this is like, okay, so here come the Knights. Here come the Fighting Owls. He's gonna run, and he's gonna make it through the second line. He's gonna actually pick up a first down here. This is not what you had in mind. If you were the Knights, you had to stop that. David Montgomery here makes this guy miss, and you know, there's just no way that the Owls are going to be denied here at this point. So now it's going to have to be up to a Knight defender to make the strip and dismember this guy from the pigskin here. Get this ball back. 2:09 left to go in the game. Second and 1. Here they are in the backfield on penetration, and they got him. But he's not going down, but he's not going anywhere else either. David Montgomery trying to make a play, but the Knight defenders put a gang of people up there to put the stops to him. Here come the Knights being implored. 3rd down and 4. This is the fork in the road, to stick a fork in them of this game for both teams right here. And it's going to have to be up to the Owls not to try to get too fancy, because they still have to make a way. Okay, so here we go. In shotgun, David Montgomery. He's got the snap, and he's running to his left, and he's got blocked, and he's run through everybody. And he's going to have that first down, and that looks like the dagger, if you will, against the Knights here tonight. We got the rest of the crowd, like Ross Perot used to say back in his day, leaving the place like that sucking whoosh sound. They're all going. They're just leaving fast. I don't want to say they're leaving off a sinking ship, because they will be back next week. Don't know who or where, but they'll be back. So now it looks like the Owls are going to call this victory formation. And fortunately and rightfully, this game was played with little or no chippy, any kind of hard feelings. You know, this game was played from the bottom of both teams' hearts. And we see once again OHSAA football in action, week 10 of the regular season, coming down to its last few seconds here at Northwest High School. And we see the Fighting Owls celebrating, enjoying what they've done. The teams lining up, respecting the game, congratulating each other, and they know that both teams know there's a possibility that they can still face each other at some point in the road. So before we leave, we want to thank you for joining us and having us in your homes and castles here at Northwest High School, and for all the hard-working assets of Waycross Media and my partner, Shaq Montgomery, wherever he is out there. We want to thank you for spending your evening with us, and hopefully we will see you soon in the playoffs. This is Jacob Williams. Have a good ride on your side. Final score, 31-28. The Owls over the Knights.
Copies of this program are available for $20 each. Send program title along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.
The Waycross Community Media Archive has community events, sports, civic and school concerts spanning over 3 decades. To order any production from Waycross, visit www.waycross.tv or call 513-825-2429.